Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Amy. In today's video, I am going to be telling you things you should and you need to know after you've had a baby. You should already know these. If you don't worry, I didn't know some of them, so it's alright. But you need to know them. I don't know what I'm talking about. I've got all awkward. So I do have them all on my phone. I have the topics that I want to talk to you guys about that I think are really important and that what you need to know. I know you get the gist of things, people tell you, oh yeah, it's like this, it's like that. But I just want to tell you from experience. You can't really see Jaden, just his top of his head. But here he is, just had a bottle. He looks really crazy right now. He's got bed hair as well. If I try to put him on my knee, there we go. The first topic I want to talk about is boobs. Now the reason I'm starting with this is because after you've had a baby, this is most likely the first thing that's going to happen before the rest of my topics. With boobs, obviously you know they can get bigger when you're pregnant and things like that. After you've had a baby, even if you're not breastfeeding, throughout your pregnancy you get colostrum come to your boobs, right? I'm sorry if this video is a bit too TMI as well. And then when you've had the baby as well, you get colostrum and it can leak as well. That's why I suggest you taking breast pads to the hospital. And also on day 3, it can happen on day 2 or day 4, but it's most likely going to happen on day 3, is your boobs, okay, are going to be so sore and they're going to be swollen and you're going to be leaking milk like no tomorrow, because the 3rd day is when your milk comes in, most likely. Like I said, that could be the 2nd, it could be the 4th or 5th, but most commonly it's the 3rd day, so be prepared for that. And I mean, it is painful. If you decide to breastfeed as well and you're breastfeeding and it doesn't really hurt your boobs that much, it will give you a bad belly as well. It feels like your uterus is contracting again. It's crazy, but everybody's different. But I wanted to give you that advice that you need to know, that even if you're not breastfeeding, you will get milk come through and it will be sore. It will be so sore. The next subject, topic, whatever you call it, I want to talk about is skin. Now obviously when you have a baby, people say you get a pregnancy glow or you get the after pregnancy glow, and yes, that can happen for some people, but don't think if that doesn't happen to you that there's something wrong with you, because honestly it happened to me for a day. I had nice skin and then my skin broke out like crazy because my hormones are trying to get back to normal. I no longer have a baby inside of me. They're like, what's happening? Everything's changing. And yeah, so your skin can be completely different. You can either get that complete glow that people talk about, or you can unfortunately get spots, but they don't last very long and they can go, so don't be too worried about it. But skin can make you feel really I don't know how to explain it. It can make you feel uncomfortable a little bit after, because you can get rashes as well that you've never had before. Just come on, your body's just been through this thing of having a baby. If it's your first baby as well, you're your body and your skin and everything in your body has never been through that, and it's trying to get used to it. Next topic I want to talk about is going to the toilet. Now this is a little bit too much TMI, but after you've had a baby, it is very hard to go to the toilet. And yes, it's hard to go to the number 1, but it's also hard to go number 2. Don't ask. I don't know properly why. Obviously it's because you've just had a baby. Down there you just pushed a baby out. Your body's thinking, what you want to push out now, kind of thing. But it is really hard to go to the toilet. So don't worry if you don't go to the toilet for I think it's up to 3 days, or is it 2 days, and then you have to worry. I'm not sure, but your body won't go back to normal straight away after, so your digestive system can take a little bit longer to get that out, if you know what I'm trying to say. I feel so awkward doing this, but I thought it needed to be done, because I get a lot of people asking me questions, what's going to happen to me after I've had the baby, or what's it like doing this, or what's it like doing that, so I thought I would just make a video. So I want to talk about periods. Now this is probably one of the last subjects I want to talk about, but obviously you know your periods are going to come back after you've had a baby, because when you're pregnant, some people get periods when they're pregnant, but most of the time you don't get periods when you're pregnant, because obviously you've got a baby in there, so your body doesn't have a period. After you've had your baby, your period can take up to, I think it's 2 months or 6 weeks to come. Everyone's different. You obviously, after you've had a baby, you can bleed up to 6 to 8 weeks, but that's not your period. That's obviously just everything coming out, you've just had a baby, and then that can stop. And then if it stops, yeah, and then 2 days later you start bleeding again, that could be a sign that's your first period. And periods after you've had a baby can be a lot worse, and I mean they can be really heavy, they can be more painful. I know I'm probably scaring you, but they can be, or it can be the complete opposite, where they don't hurt at all and you find it actually you bleed less. But your periods could also now become irregular. Like before, your one could be regular and they come on like the 14th or the 15th of every month, and now they're coming irregular, like they come on the 1st but then they're coming on the 30th of the same month. Like they could be very irregular, or they could come midway, or you have a period every 2 weeks, or at first your body needs to adjust, your body needs to go back to normal, and it's not going to go back to normal straight away. That's also the same with weight. Now with your weight, obviously a lot of girls get like their confidence down after they've had a baby. I was one of them. But you just need to realise your body is not always going to go back to normal. I know you see these girls that have babies and they look as skinny as anything. Like you're like, whoa, how the hell did they go back to that straight away? Obviously when I had Jaden, my body did go down, like my belly did go down, but it didn't go completely down. Like I still have like a kangaroo pouch kind of thing, and also I do have stretch marks that are going to be quite hard to get rid of, but at the end of the day I had a baby, that's going to happen. But you just need to adjust to your new body. Like your hips might be different, there's going to be a lot of different things about you. Not only do you need to adjust to being a mum, you also need to adjust to being yourself again, loving yourself and understanding that it could go back to the same. I'm not saying it couldn't, some girls do, but don't over worry it and think, oh, I'm never going to look like this again, or I'm never going to look like that. Learn to love yourself of who you are. Remember, you've just gave birth to a beautiful, beautiful baby, and that's the most important thing. Next thing I want to talk about, well actually this is the last thing, and it's mental health. You're probably thinking, what's this got to do with after I've had a baby? And that is, your mental health can completely change after you've had a baby. I mean, like you couldn't have had depression before, but then it could bring on a depression, or maybe you didn't have it, or it could, like, it's completely different, because you've got to remember your body's changing. I keep saying that a lot. Your mind's changing, you're not hardly getting sleep because you've got a baby. So you're thinking all this stuff, you're getting upset, you can also feel really lonely, but sometimes you can feel like you're surrounded with people. I'm not saying don't have a baby, like, I'm not saying if you have a baby you'll be lonely, this happens, that happens. I'm not trying to scare you, it's just from my experience. But I will never change the experience of the world. I've learned so much. I have got so much love for this little baby, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I'd go for it again and again if it means I could have Jaden. Like I was saying with mental health, you can change it. If you're feeling low and you're feeling really upset, it doesn't mean you've got postpartum depression necessarily. I mean, still get it checked out if you are feeling low and you're feeling a bit down, but it doesn't mean you've got postpartum depression. It could just mean you're feeling a bit down, or people say baby blues and things like that, but do check it out. So I know today was probably a short video. I'm not really sure until I see how long until I edit it as well. But I did record with my camera today for the first time, so I hope like it's all better, the footage and that. All I need to do now is buy a microphone. I've got the lighting and everything, so let me know what you think of the camera. Is it better than my phone? Is my phone better? Please let me know. But for now, oh yeah, wait, we're gonna say subscribe! But thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and keep yourself notified for future videos, and give this video a huge thumbs up. But for now, adios amigos.